Good afternoon, Linda Gale Lewis Newland, District 7. These are water jug babies. They represent water I found. Fluoride-free infant water. That tells me people are demanding fluoride-free water for their babies due to that study. Lower IQs of babies. I must also mention what a great prayer that was. It mentioned change. Change is what we need. Change, do not add fluoride. It's bad for everyone. I'm dressed today, kind of strange, pink and blue. Babies, they are our future. They will eventually become adults. They cannot sit where y'all are sitting if they have lower IQs. And there's loads of backup. The case against fluoride. Pages. This Paul Conant, pages and pages is bad. How long has, y'all realize how long Regina has been coming here? Since 2013, trying to convince y'all.
7 years.
I happened to come here to speak before the city council in 2014. I was here when Paul Conant spoke to y'all in 2014. That's how I met Regina. I actually came here to speak to y'all about something else. But now I speak about this bad fluoride. This was not my speech, but I had to say these words. The website for Fluoride Alert Organization talks about the lower IQ. Website for Dallas for Safety Water lists many studies done to show fluoride is bad. And the book, The Case Against Fluoride by Paul Conant and others.
Thank you, ma'am. That's your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This concludes your first 5 registers. Mundo.
Mayor Johnson, your cousin Vernon Mays asked me to say hello.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
And I'm here to ask you to take fluoride out of the drinking water. In the 60s and 70s, when all this was going on, it was, we'd gone to the moon, we had all this scientific project, you had a little radio you could put in your pocket. It was, people believed in science, and the marketing people of the 60s and 70s used this consciousness of the people to get a lot of things done that shouldn't have been done. They got us to accept, they told us, science told us that the DDT was good for, wasn't dangerous, that asbestos wasn't dangerous, that lead and gas wasn't dangerous, and tobacco wasn't dangerous. They also, I'd like to remind you that back then, 8 out of 9 doctors smoked Camel cigarettes. And they did the same thing with fluoride. So if you want to read about how this came about, you can read The Fluoride Deception by Christopher Bryson. He explained how the aluminum industry, the uranium industry, the fertilizer industry needed to get rid of fluoride, and it certainly is easier to get somebody to pay for it than you having to pay them to take it away. But we're not talking about the marketing of the 60s and 70s right now. I'm giving you the latest science of 2020. The Journal of the American Medical Association, a preeminent pediatric journal, accepted a study that dotted all its I's and crossed all its T's. And this study And this study shows a direct relationship between the amount of fluoride that is ingested by a pregnant woman and the future IQ of her baby. And this study, it considered the gender, the age of the mother, the number of siblings, the secondhand smoke. This study is a preeminent study, and it's giving a clear message to the American medical community that fluoride is troubled. It's saying, Houston, we have a problem. What I'm saying to you is I'm asking you to change the status quo. That's always difficult to do. Because, if I tell you, take it out of the water, you're going to have a lot of people coming to you and saying, why are you changing my water? But this study, and there are dozens other studies, it gives you ammunition. And you can say, please review this study. If you have a problem with it, then I'm on your team. But if you can't find fault with this study, then please join my team and let's take the fluoride out of the water. Just a few facts to finish up. 3% of Europe is fluoridated, but their teeth aren't any worse than ours. 40%, and if you look at the adolescents today, 40% have some evidence of fluorosis. So I'm just asking you to please take the fluoride out of the water.
Stop
Thank you
adding
very
it
much.
is what he meant.
Regina and Bercia.
Stop adding it because taking it out is impossible for a city. Come on, Regina!
Okay, I'm Regina Bercia. Hi, Mayor. Good afternoon. And I'm in District 14. And in a minute, they're going to turn the light on that pie chart. But I'm going to start here with, there's a metaphoric phrase that has been around for a very long time, referring to wasting money. We all have heard it, and Mayor, maybe you've even used it. Well, as you look at this pie chart, which was produced by the EPA, I think you will see there cannot be a more literal use of this phrase. The phrase, money down the drain. This perfectly describes the tax dollars that go down the drain because, Mayor, you and some of the council members here, and council members and mayors since 1965, have approved the millions and millions of dollars that have kept the fluoridation program going. More than 85% of the water you pay to fluoridate goes down the drain. Today, I'm not going to go into the unsafe practice of adding toxins to our water. I'm here to alert you and the public about the fluoridation program, and it's just a big waste of money. It is just throwing our money down the drain.
Literally.
Fluoridation has not fixed the tooth decay problems in the poverty areas. The 55-year experiment has failed. It only continues, I believe in big part, because it's going against status quo. And people don't like to be labeled as uncaring. Because for years, the idea was putting the fluoride in the water was for the people that couldn't afford it, and they had bad teeth. Well, I think it's high time to be truly caring. Care about wasting our money. And if you want to care about the tooth decay problem, it's time for Dallas to try something new. If you gave out toothbrushes or initiated a dental hygiene program, in Scotland in 2011, they did away with fluoridation. You can go to the Scotland government website. They started the Child Smiles program in 2011, and now they have an amazing recovery of tooth decay of adolescents in their country. It's been time tested, and so has fluoridation, which has proven to be a failure. Also on here, when you see faucet water, 15.7, faucet water includes washing dishes and wasting water that way too. So most of the water is going down the drain. And I know you guys always look at your budget and places that you can cut here and there. This is a very obvious way to cut the money and be caring to the citizens of Dallas. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yay,
next speaker, Joe
Regina. Come on, Joe. Oh, there goes a handout. What are these people doing? Are they listening or are they playing on their phones?
Joe Stokes, District 9. Mayor Johnson, I'm guessing we, the outspoken opponents of fluoridation, are an annoyance to you and some of the other council members who cannot accept that they may have been conned. Over the past 4 years, the council has been presented over 120 times with the indisputable fact that fluoride is poison. The council that votes to continue adding fluoride to our water is responsible. Plain and simple, you are poisoning everyone and everything that contacts with the fluoridated water. Decades ago, people were naive and trusting because information dissemination was left to a controlled media. Today, we have an opportunity and an obligation to find out for ourselves. Looking into fluoridation, I discovered these facts. Less than 70% of the USA actually adds a proven neurotoxin to their drinking water. Worldwide, around 3% adds a toxic waste product to their water. Highland Park and University Park have never added fluoride to their water. Talk to them. 64 studies present evidence that fluoride is lowering children's IQs. There is no proof that fluoride has had any impact on improving dental health. There is proof that fluoride causes or contributes to hypothyroidism, leading to obesity, diabetes, and death, early death. There is new evidence indicating that fluoride calcifies the pineal gland, affecting melatonin production, leading to irregular sleep patterns, including delayed sleep onset and reduced REM dream sleep. Fluoride causes fluorosis of the teeth and bones and also symptoms of arthritis. Fluoride contributes to hip fractures of the elderly. Fluoride is a carcinogen. Fluoride is an endocrine disruptor. You add fluoride to water not to treat the water, but to treat people, making fluoride a medicine. It is illegal to prescribe and administer a medicine without a license. No living thing needs or requires fluoride. Fluoride is not a nutrient. The hydrofluorosilicic acid you purchase from Solvay in Mexico is contaminated with lead and arsenic. How dare you ignore what is becoming common knowledge? For those reliant slogans for their youth instead of serious investigation considering fluoridation, willful ignorance is not an acceptable defense. You are slowly robbing the life force of those you are entrusted to care for. You can stop anytime. On the study I mentioned, you got a handout on the one on the melatonin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Linda.